Hello, it's Isabel here, and this is the reading for the upcoming week from the 20th of March to 26th of March, so from tomorrow, from Monday till Sunday. I hope that this time I'm gonna upload it sooner. Sometimes it takes ages, sometimes there are some technical errors, so sorry for that. And this happened last week as well. And thank you for your likes, for your subscriptions, for all your support. It's really appreciated. I'm really happy that some of you are with me, and I'm sending you a lot of love. And I hope that this reading will be of help to some of you, hopefully to most of the people who watch this video. And let's get started then. I already did the spread, as you can see, and at first I usually start with the masculine side, but today I will start with a few words about what I saw, the side of the feminine, because I think it's quite important what's going on the feminine side. Although masculine has two major arcana cards, but I think what's happening on the feminine side, it's very important. I want to express. We can see again this Mother of Swords, and this is not the first time that the sword energy showing up quite strongly on the feminine side. And what I can feel from that is that something is going on this feminine side. It's been coming up and it's been going away and it's coming back again. I think there is some sort of resistance, and whenever there is something really positive happening on the masculine side, whenever he's opening more and getting ready and getting closer to us, we are sort of withdrawing from all this equation. And a little bit, I think what I can feel here is this Mother of Swords is like it's someone who has been through some hurts, and I think that this energy here is that the feminine is again, although she's sort of seem to let go of all the hurts that if she experienced some hurts from the masculine side, and for the last few weeks I could see that she was passed through. I can see that it's for some reason coming back again. She's sort of reminding herself about it, and she's again sort of taking her swords in her arm, and she's thinking about this. And maybe with some of the feminine, it can be like putting some condition for the union, that if this is something that I won't be apologized for, I just don't want to pursue this union. I just don't want to let it go. But the thing is that, yes, we have to let it go. However unfairly it may seem to us, however difficult it can be, it's something that we need to let go of. And I believe that although it's showing up again, and although when I saw this card I was like, oh no, again. But I think that this is something that it's gonna pop up for maybe 1 day or 2 days. It's like a week reading. It's not something that is gonna stay with us for a long time. And the other cards I can see here are sort of consolation here, that it's not gonna be something that's gonna stick with us for a very long time. But this is quite important to be aware of that if something like that happens, if these thoughts will come to us, past hurts will come back to us, just really try to let it go, try to heal it. And I think that because in the past few weeks there was this a lot of this kind of thoughts coming back to be healed, and I think that this is the moment that we really need to handle it with no sentiment and with no emotion, with like concise decision that okay, we have to let it go because nothing is gonna happen if we stick to that. But okay, this is something I wanted to mention at the beginning. I will come back to this a little bit later. And here we can see Mother of Pentacles, and this is like the energy for both masculine and feminine. This is very grounded energy, very nurturing, loving, and it seems like both masculine and feminine, they need to ground themselves a little bit. And I also can see here on the masculine side the Empress card, which is telling me about that masculine is sort of working on again and still on his feminine energy, on abundance, on grounding, on connecting to nature. And this is something that is quite important for him this week, and this is something that he needs to focus on by himself. But the first card here I can see is Six of Wands, and Six of Wands is success and victory. And a few weeks ago we could see on this position, I believe, we could see the card which was Eight of Swords. And in this particular deck, Eight of Swords is the card when we have a chrysalis surrounded by swords. And I was saying that that masculine seems to be a little bit overwhelmed by his thoughts, but he has capacity and power to raise above that and to liberate himself. And this is something what's happening for him this week. Although these are not swords, these are wands, but still it's some kind of victory. It's appreciation, it's being noticed by others, and this is very rewarding energy for him. And I think that this is also connected to this Death card, because he has the Death card here on this position. And this is another major arcana next to the Empress, and sorry, so this is quite a strong energy, and this is something that he really has no choice other than to surrender to it. He needs to go through this transformation and this balancing with his feminine energy, and this is something that also has been coming up to him for the last few weeks. There was either Tower or the Death, and it's all about this transformation, which is happening actually, because we can see here that he is rising above and he's flying away as a beautiful butterfly. And also here we can see this image. I don't know whether you can see this properly, but here we have this person, and here we can see a birth of something new. I can't exactly say what it is, whether it's a new being, whether it's a flower, whether it's... it doesn't matter what it is. What matters is that something new is being born. And this is something that comes out of the darkness into the light, because we can see that there is this darker energy, and it's lighter and lighter, and probably above this image it's even lighter and lighter. So we can say that he's rising above, that there is this energy of death and transformation. Of course, death is not a physical thing, as you probably know, but this is just transformation, just ending up some some stage in his life, in his growth, and growing something new. And I think that all these cards here are really strongly connected to this change and transformation, because like Empress is like really being grounded in this world, and also being abundant. So it's gaining new power, new energy, sensitivity, nourishment. Here we have this Mother of Pentacles. So this is energy that he needs at the moment, because he's really coming out of some dark times, some really heavy work. And I'm not saying only about this week, but this is about all this, I don't know, few past months that he's been emerging from, and he's rising above that. He's being successful, so he needs to be also gentle with himself and appreciative, and we need to be appreciative. We don't have to express this sorry, openly, especially if we really if we're not in communication about that, if a masculine is not communicating us about this change, about this transformation. But we still can send him love, and definitely he's gonna receive it. So that this is something what I can see here, that it's coming from the divine feminine to the masculine, that we can see how, you know, how I can see this card. What I can see here is that masculine is traveling on this boat. He is on his journey, and although he's alone on his boat, feminine is really supporting him emotionally. She's in this water, deep in the water. She's very connected to the to her emotions, and she's giving this emotional support to the divine masculine. So although he seems to be alone on this journey, he's actually not, because she's giving him a lot of support and a lot of love and strength. Yes, other thing that we can see on the feminine side, this is something that's been coming up as well in the past few weeks. A lot of creativity, creative energy, and sacral chakra. Yes, so we have this orange rays of light. This is Ace of Wands, so this is new beginnings, new creative projects. And this is something that's been showing up for the last few weeks, or even earlier. It started really showing up very strongly, that there is this need for creativity and for creative expression on the feminine side. And here we can see the sun. The sun is also major arcana, and it's our self, it's our personality expressing ourselves. And amazingly enough, we have the same orange and red rays of light here, of energy. So it's really connecting very nicely together as well. And I think that for the feminine, in order to really express herself, to be herself, and to be in her power, and to gain freedom, we can see this birds here flying. To achieve this freedom, I think that it's really important for the divine feminine to start with this creativity, to really express herself through art, through creativity. This is something that's been showing up for a very long time, and we can see it here. Also, like, because this Six of Wands is wands are about creativity, and also it's a spirit. So I think that's also with the masculine, it's also some success in his own creative endeavors. And this success was only possible because of his transformation, and because of connecting to this divine feminine energy, and this feminine energy in himself as well. Also, I would mention that on the bottom of the deck there was this Daughter of Pentacles. This is also the card that was present a few times, I believe, in the reading, and I think it was once it was on the bottom of the deck as well. And this is only telling me about once under giving even more power to this energy of Mother of Pentacles, of this warmth and grounding, but also we still have this sort of not rushing forward with neither from the masculine to feminine and feminine to masculine. There is no this rushing forward energy. It's a very shy and very slow movement. It's observing. It's like checking the ground and making sure that it's safe. But it's beautiful energy. We have this rainbow here, so there is definitely like positive outlook on that. Like both feminine and masculine, they have this positive outlook on that. But still, they have their own projects. They have their own work, and they also have, unfortunately, what I can feel is that there are some fears because this energy, because Daughter of Pentacles is like shy energy, so it's there is still some fear present. And I can see here, because we have also Sacred Rebels for this week, we have this inner trust image, and I will read the meaning in a second. But the general message, overall message here is that we really need to trust ourselves, not to be fearful and anxious about the outcome of what's gonna happen, but really trust ourselves and what we feel in our heart. It's really something that we should follow. Not the mind, not ego, and this were also some messages coming up in last week's. There was this image of looking inside and not really listening to what's happening in the mind, not listening to all these doubtful thoughts that are coming up. Okay, now I will read the message for this card, Inner Trust. Though it may be cloaked and hidden, within you lies natural magnificence, vibrancy, and true uniqueness. The harder this is for you to believe, the more growth this oracle is offering you now. Your opportunity for growth lies in letting go of the need to hide yourself from the world and to let go of any doubt about the wonder of what lies within you. This oracle brings you the message that it is time for you to trust yourself and let the real inner you out from behind the veil. You are being assured that you can trust your intuition and your own sense of things. Sometimes what you sense will be love, and you will open your heart and move easily towards the source of that love, be it in the form of another person, a new career path, a project which you can care deeply about and want to pursue, or a spiritual or creative practice that you are keen to explore. Sometimes what you sense will be more challenging than this and will ask something different of you. It might be that you sense fear and sabotage lurking within someone's intentions or in the situations around you. This oracle asks you to trust yourself to find the most authentic and self-loving way to deal with that. Perhaps you have drawn this card because you are unnecessarily holding yourself back out of fear or lack of belief in your ability to support and care for yourself, or in the importance of your need for self-expression in your relationships. The oracle of inner trust comes to you with the guidance. You know what you're doing. You have enough wisdom and intuition to be able to place yourself more fully in the world, to take steps to unhide yourself. Even if you feel you have no clue about what is happening at a broader level in your life, even if you can't quite see the whole picture of what is taking place within or around you, you still have all the wisdom and intuitive ability you need to take one step at a time and navigate your way through absolutely anything that life brings to your door. If you have been thinking of taking a leap of faith and doing things differently, whether in your personal life or your creative work, then this oracle brings a particular message to trust your instincts and go for it. This oracle comes at a time when the patterns of your life are shifting. You can take advantage of this shift and leap into an entirely new level of consciousness and experience. This is not a time for self-doubt or playing small. It is a time to get in touch with the courage, boldness, and daredevil within, and to take that step, big or small, into the future that is beckoning you forward. You have the wings to fly. Sometimes we don't realize it until we leap over the edge of what we have known and begin to soar into a new life. And there is the healing process to follow. I can read it for you. You can do it or not, whatever you feel, but I encourage you to do. Please place your hands on your heart and say aloud or think very clearly, I trust in the love of my heart. Place your hands on your stomach and say aloud or think very clearly, I trust in my instincts. Place your hands on your belly and say aloud or think very clearly, I trust in the flow of life. Say the following aloud, I trust myself, I trust in my higher self, I trust in life. When I don't know, my higher self does know. I'm guided by the wise voice of my higher self within my heart. I trust myself and I allow myself to be guided in all things by the wise, instinctive knowing within. I'm not afraid to be seen. I unveil myself from my hiding places and step by step I show myself with all my unique beauty to the world. I'm seen and I'm received with love by myself and by others. I'm worthy. Okay, and this is the message. Yes, and here you can see that yes, you have the wings to fly. Yes, it's especially it's very strong message for the masculine this week. Of course, we all have wings to fly. Some of us had these wings broken, and it takes time for them to heal again. But masculine at the moment is in the situation that he's healed at this point, and he can fly. And this is this is a very strong confirmation and message for him that yes, you can do it now, and don't let the fears and anxiety to take over. Just trust in your inner power, in your inner strength, because the transformation you're going through, it's not something that it's gonna last forever. There is really something beautiful emerging from that. And there is new power and new perspective and really beautiful energy around you. And the same with the feminine. There is the Sun card. This is really powerful. This is very strong confirmation for the feminine to be in her own self, to express herself and to express herself creatively. Sorry. And also to let go of this. If something like past wounds, past hurts are coming to you, just to remind yourself that it's better to let go of it, because the thing is that we choose the separation. It's not something that happens to us. It's not something that someone is forcing us to do, but we actually choose separation by the patterns of thinking, by the patterns of behaviors. And we are sort of like stubborn a little bit to cling to these old patterns, and we take like 3 steps forward, but then again we will make 1 step backward, and this is really important to repeat ourselves that it's really in our hands, it's up to us, it's in our power to really let this go. If you need to do more healing, then just do it. I think that in the for the feminine, it's very important to be creative in any way. I've been telling this for a long time, and whatever way you feel called to express yourself creatively, please do so, because this is really something that is gonna help you. This is really something that's gonna help you to be focused on something else. Don't be really focused and too obsessed about the union, because the more you're obsessed about it, the more far away you are from this actual union. So you just need to focus on your process, on your work, on your joy of life, on your self-expression. And when you are full, when you're fulfilled, love is gonna manifest, and I'm quite sure about that. So okay, this is it for this week. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that it's gonna help some of you, and yeah, see you next week, I guess. Love to you all, blessings, and have a beautiful week, and everything what's best for you on your journey. Thank you.